Whoa. YouTube, YouTube. I'm just tired of YouTube. Tired of YouTube killing my shine. Every time I'm on here, they want to cut off the video. They never want me to. Okay, we're not gonna talk about YouTube. Now I take my macro. I love this combination. I got the macro in here, and then I got some little bit of oh, I need to put a little bit on my eggs. Put a little bit of pepper on my eggs. Put a little bit of chili oil. So I have the chili oil. That on there. Okay. I have that. And add my bread. I might eat two of those because they're little. And that's it. That's my bowl. You see that? That's dinner. It's mackerel, apple and onion kale salad, boiled eggs, um, toast. That's it. That's it. You see that? Everybody look. Everybody look. That's the dinner. This is what dinner is. This is the stuff I like. As you get older, your taste buds start to change. You like different things. And this is one of those things I like to eat. I love mackerel. If I could eat it I don't think you're supposed to eat it every day, but if I could eat it every day, I would. I would. Okay, now, because this is getting messy, I will take y'all to the other area. You can handle it. Handle what? What are you talking about? Oh, Jesus Christ. What are you talking about? What? Handle what? Oh, mm, 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 mm. Oh, what is happening to you? Nothing happening. I got my I got my salad. You see that? You big? What you mean? What you mean big? Big what? From the wheelchair? What are you talking about? Uh, so pickled pig feet. I don't eat no pickled pig feet. Do you eat pickled pig feet? I don't eat that. I'm sorry. I don't eat pickled pig feet. I don't know. I don't know about you. I don't eat pickled pig feet. You think you could pick me? Pick you? What are you talking about? Is she drunk? Are you drunk? Do I look drunk to you? I got my salad here. Okay. I'm not drunk. What kind of question is that? Mm-mm-mm. That- I'm old. I'm AOL old. Atari old. I'm a very old person. I'm not young at all. I'm old. I'm an old person. Hmm. Are you 12 years old? No, I'm not. I wouldn't be on here if I was 12. You bathe in pig feet juice. You need to be put on a psychiatric hold. Somebody need to call therapists and the police for you. Somebody need to call therapy and the police. Please, please, somebody. Are you married? No, I'm not married. I'm not married. Okay? I ain't married at all. Nope. I'm old. This is mackerel. It's fish. Thank you, Jeffrey. That's what this is, mackerel. It's just a fish. It's canned fish. Mm-mm-mm. This is mature food. You know what I mean? This is adult eating. Okay? I know some people like to eat like they a teenager. I can't do that. Are you from Brazil? No. You not in your 50s yet. How do you know? Did I murder? I didn't murder. The company that put it in the can murdered the fish. I didn't do anything. What's your weight? 600. 600 pounds here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 600 pound right here. That's how big I am. You need to put crushed lollipops in your salad. I know you lying. I don't do all that. That sounds insane. Somebody put candy in their salad. Something wrong with them. I don't do that. I'm sorry. Come to North Carolina. Hmm. I want be my girlfriend. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I was supposed to make a pie today, but I didn't do it. It got too late, so now it's too late. I have to make it next weekend or something. But I wanted to show y'all how I make chocolate pie. Will you take me to the prom? No, no, I will not. Where's your mama? I don't understand YouTube. I put on my channel. I put on my channel for my live stream, no kids. And what happened? There's kids that be in my live stream. For what reason? I don't know. Chocolate pie. Yes. I wanted to show y'all how to make my chocolate pie. I don't make stuff that often, not desserts really anymore, because I'm trying to be better. But I did want to show y'all how I make it. I look 23 months pregnant. I do. Okay. I'm in Indiana. It is 6:44 p.m. It was great. It was a great event. It was good, cool people, nice. Had a good time. My sister, she went up to the CEO, and told him this is a great company and all that. And when he seen her later that night, I was taking a picture of her, and he ran over to get in the picture. So she made a good impression on the CEO. So cheers to her. Take your chance. Take your chance when you had the opportunity. Take your chance. And that's exactly what she did at that party. He will remember her every day. He will remember her. When you had the opportunity, take your chance. And that's what she did. So, oh, so I have, oh shoot. So anyway, it was a great event, had a good time. That's it. How much do you earn from YouTube? Nothing. Why y'all think I earn money from YouTube? I don't earn money from YouTube. I don't. I don't earn. You have to have, first of all, in order to earn money from YouTube, you have to have so many watch hours. I don't have enough people watching my videos for me to earn anything from YouTube. I know that burst y'all bubble, but you have to have over 3 million public watch hours. It's something crazy. You gotta have all of that. You gotta have some people watching your short videos, your long form video. You gotta have all of that in order to earn money from YouTube. I don't earn anything. So despite some of y'all seeing ads when y'all watch my videos and stuff like that, they're not giving me no money. I don't have enough watch time. You gotta have at least that much of watch time to earn money on YouTube. So YouTube is a long strategy, profit, whatever. You're not gonna get nothing for a very long time. You're gonna put in almost years of content out there until you get recognized and get paid until you reach all those hours. I ain't done it long enough. I haven't done it long enough to get paid anything. I don't get nothing. You watch my videos? Thank you for watching my videos. You know what I mean? Maybe one day I'll get something, but it's gonna be a long time. It's a long road to get to any type of money from you reach money quicker on TikTok. TikTok is the fastest way to earn income. But my kind of content doesn't perform well on TikTok. It doesn't perform well at all. And then you have YouTube sabotaging some of my uh content. YouTube YouTube will uh take away my subscribers. I could be sitting there watching it, looking at it, and watch it fall. And then they'll add it back. It's crazy. Or they'll say, "Oh, you got so many views," and then they'll roll it back like I didn't get that many views. They playing some kind of crazy mental game with people, rolling back views, rolling back subscribers, and adding the subscribers back within a couple of minutes. Playing some type of mind game, with you, going back and doing all this craziness. So they playing some type of game, you know what I mean? And it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Jesus died for you. Legalized dreamfish. What the hell that mean? You got banned for your religious practices. Mm, I don't know about that. Are you drinking whiskey? I'm not drinking no whiskey. You see me with an alcoholic beverage? I don't have no alcoholic beverage. Is that your real hair? No, this is not my hair. This is not real hair. This is all an illusion. It's fake. This whole live stream is a total illusion. It's a fantasy. That's it. Hello, Joe. Welcome back. That's what this is. I'm sorry to tell y'all. This is a total fantasy. Total. It's an illusion. That's what you come to the internet for. You come to the internet and watch all these videos and live streams for fantasy, entertainment, and stuff. None of this stuff is real. The internet at the same time is not a real place, and at the same time it is, because there's real consequences to being on the internet. But at the same time, it's not a real place. Take that with what you want. Which company you work in? What you mean? What industry? What industry? I rode the short bus. Is that nice to say? Is that nice to? That's not a nice thing to say to people. That's not nice. And if your child was out here, would you want somebody to say that to your child? No, that's not nice. Rethink your message. That's not nice at all. I am eating mackerel. This is the mackerel here. This is my kale, apple, red onion salad. It's got apples in it, green apples, and then I got two boiled eggs and uh Italian sourdough. Well, sourdough. They put Italian on stuff, but it don't be really from Italian or nothing. This is sourdough bread. I love this kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff I love to eat. I love to eat this kind of stuff. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel great. Can I have the no, you can't have my egg. How old are you? I'm real old. I'm very old. Hmm. I'm a very old person. I'm not, you guys, I'm old. That's why you have to enjoy while I'm here now. This is why you guys have to enjoy my company while I'm still around. Cause as you get older, you know, as you get older, you start to slow down, your mind starts to, go astray. You know what I mean? And then one day you just gone. So I've been on Earth for a very long time already. I've been here for a very long time. So pretty soon today I look okay. A couple months from now I may look really old. Who knows? Who knows? But this is why these interactions are important. This is why it's good to talk to your elders and pick their brain. Okay, it's good to talk to your elders and pick their brain and ask them about their experiences, ask them what to do, all this kind of stuff because it can help you, in your life. And these videos are all for everybody to reference to, come back to, and, you know, to help you with certain things or to not necessarily inspire you, but to, motivate you to think think a little bit more deeply about things or to care more. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All of my videos, you'll see all kind of things I talk about as far as all my experiences, everything I've been through, all kind of stuff. And you may at one point in your life relate to it. And then you may say, "Oh, that's how she handled it. Maybe I've been too hard on myself, you know. Can you give me your fork?" No, I can't give you my fork. You play for the Dolphins, right? I play for the me. They ain't gave me no check. They ain't gave me no check. Shout out to the Miami Dolphins. Where's my money? Mm-hmm. Lewis, is that all you come here to say? Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord. We got to be better, guys. We gotta be better. Remember when we were cellmates in prison? We ain't never been cellmates, and I ain't never been in no prison. Have you been in prison? What news? A terrorist attack occurred at Bondi Beach. Oh, I seen that. Hmm. That man became a hero. He became a hero and jumped the gunman. Took him down. That's what we need. We need more heroes out there. Not me. I can't do it, but some of y'all go ahead and y'all could be a hero. I don't need to do that. Hi Chubby. Is that my name? That is not my name. My name is not Chubby. Let's get on the right page. That's not my name. I may be fat, but that's not my name. I have a name. Thank you. I'm vulnerable, going online. You right. You right. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with and manage, but you know what? It's okay. You know, because I won't be on this earth forever, you guys. So, you are my baby mama. I'm not your baby mama. I ain't got no baby mamas. I mean, I ain't nobody's baby mama. Thank you. Thank you, gifted. Thank you for your encouragement. Mm-hmm. Got milk. Is that what you thinking about right now? People are letting out their demons out their body, so I'm fine with that. Demon expulsion. That's what's going on in their body. And it's Sunday too. They couldn't even let the Lord rest. Physical damage, reduction, control, here gives complete. Mm, I don't know what all that means. Pay the child support. To who? I'm putting them out there. What I'm putting out here. I can't control the all of this. Okay, no matter what I wear, it's still gonna be something. So don't matter. I've done everything. Those were your stats. What stats? Yeah, you. Everybody needs Jesus in their life. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Everybody needs Jesus in their life. Statistics. Yeah, all y'all. Everybody needs Jesus in their life. Yeah, that's what I believe. Nathan. You disagree. I got a real Southern accent. I don't sound like I'm Southern. I'm from Indiana, and I don't sound Southern at all. I need Moses to split you in half. Indiana. Mm-hmm. You Scottish, you sound. I got a Southern. I don't know. I don't think I sound Southern at all. Now, my daddy's family is from Georgia. Now, they sound like they really from down south. Okay. I went down there to visit them and I couldn't understand not a damn thing they were saying. I said, what kind of language is this? What is going on? Yeah, all his dad, all my daddy's brothers and stuff, they look. Bet you got pretty toes. I'm old. No, I got old people toes. I got old people toes. This is not something you would pay for to see. I'm being honest. I got old people toes. I don't have Instagram rubbed oil wearing toe ring type of toes. I ain't got that. I ain't got the toe ring ankle bracelet around my ankle type of uh running in the jungle type of toe. I ain't got that. I have a southern. I don't know why y'all think I got a southern accent. How do I handle these comments? I pray for these people. You know what I mean? It doesn't bother me necessarily because I'm a kid from the 90s and stuff. Um, I've seen a lot and I've heard a lot. In school, when I was in school, I heard a lot of stuff. You know, I've been bullied before when I was in school. I've been through all that. We used to have worse jokes than what y'all be saying now. The stuff y'all say now ain't nothing compared to what the kids used to tell us in school. Nothing. Okay. The kids in school was a nasty work. What is your goal weight? Oh, and that's a good question. That is a good question. My goal weight is, I don't know, really. I think just to lose my stomach, and that's it, really. I don't want to lose the rest of me. You know what I mean? The rest of me is fine. I just want to lose my stomach. That's it. So I would say I want to lose about maybe 60 pounds. 60 pounds loss would look good on me. I would actually look really good. I've lost weight before when I was married, I got a divorce, and then I lost weight. And then what? You love my career. Thank you. Thank you, Craig. Good night, Jeffrey. Have a good sleep. Hi, Gabriella from St. Croix. You gotta be something to do something. I don't have like big legs or nothing like that. I'm not a big leg person or nothing like that. It's all in my stomach. That's it. And really, if you examine what I eat every day, it's not nothing crazy. I don't eat a lot of crazy stuff. You know how you see, have you ever watched that show, 600 Pound Life, where those people, they cooking fried chicken in their bed, they eating 2 cartons of eggs and a whole 2 packages of bacon and all that, and 3, 4 pizzas and just enormous stuff. I can't do that. I cannot do that. I have a mental limit. Okay, I cannot do that. I can't sit there and stuff myself till I can't breathe. First of all, it's uncomfortable, and I don't like being uncomfortable, and I don't like my stomach hurting like that. I don't want to be in misery from eating. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. I learned that years ago. I don't want to be like that. Those people sit on. I seen one episode. I think it was called Skinny versus Fat or something. I don't know what it was, but they showed that girl's food through a tube. The food that she ate through a tube, and it was just so much food in that tube. Why would you? How can you function? First of all, I got too much stuff to do to, you know, be all crazy all day. I can't walk around like that all day. I won't be able to function. I got too much stuff to do. I don't want to be all lazy and can't think straight. I have work to do and I have a lot of thinking to do. And so I can't sit here and saturate myself with McDonald's and a whole bunch of sodas and all this kind of stuff. Just crazy. I can't do that. Thank you, Lord. You like to eat rotten fish meat. Oh, that's disgusting. Is that your Christmas wish list? Hmm. My Christmas wish list is for everybody else to have a good life and a good Christmas. That's it. I don't have no Christmas wish list. I'm one of those people I rarely get, Christmas gifts and stuff. I'm the one that most of the time give Christmas gifts. I don't get a lot of Christmas stuff. Um, Even in relationships, I've never received Christmas gifts in none of the relationships I've been in. Out of all my relationships, nobody's ever given me a Christmas gift. And that is very telling. That's very telling to the kind of people I was dealing with, apparently. And at the time, I didn't see it as an issue, which is so funny. I didn't see it as a thing. I just thought, you know, thank you. I hope I get more blessings too. Hope everybody does. Sugar gives you headache. My mama, sweet and low, artificial sugar gives my mother a headache. She cannot stand. She something about it. She can't handle it. Right, right. Be nice to people. Do something for somebody that doesn't have a lot. That should be your mission for Christmas. Not self satisfaction for Christmas, but going out and helping others. You know why? Because it'll make you feel good. That'll make you feel great. You know what I mean? Giving people even your time. It ain't gotta be always about money, but giving people your time is also, rewarding because so many people out here just need somebody to for them to um express what they're going through. And if you're a good listener or you can share some time with somebody that needs it, then do that. Have you tried limiting eating from 12 to 6? I was talking about, if you look on my previous video this morning, I was already talking about that. I said, because I normally don't eat anything till 10 a.m. I don't eat breakfast or anything at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. I'm more of a 10 a.m. person. And I said to myself, if I could be more disciplined and cut off the eating at 6. The only reason why I'm eating late now is because I overslept. I overslept. I called myself taking a nap. And that nap turned into something else. And I slept. And I forgot all about fixing this salad and coming on this live stream. And then I said, oh shoot, I gotta get on this live stream and show them this salad and stuff I was talking about. So here I am. No toilet paper left. Get a bidet. Do you have energy to go through your day? Yeah, I got energy to go through my day because I take vitamins and I eat a lot of stuff like this nowadays. I'm not saying I've always eaten, stuff like this. I haven't all what through my life I've always eaten stuff sort of like this, every now and then. But now I'm being more consistent about eating more stuff like this versus, going to get fast food or going to get a pizza. I'm not saying I've always eaten like this, but I'm being more consistent with it. I'm making a choice. I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. I'd rather have something that's more fulfilling than to have something that's quick and as soon as you eat, as soon as you taste it, it's gone. A burger don't last you no time. Within 2 seconds, you eat a cheeseburger, it's gone. It's out of mind, out of sight. This kind of stuff is stay with you. You know what I mean? So I'd rather have this than that. I don't remember. Yes, Ward. Hmm. Oh, that question was for 18. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to answer that question. Yeah, egg balls are good. Mm-hmm. You are good. Oh, you gave people Christmas cards? Oh, that's nice. Christmas giving out Christmas cards is great. You know, to let people know you're thinking about them. You limit eating between 12 and 5 p.m. You know, that I think that's a good window. You know what I mean? I think 12 to I think from after 6 o'clock that would be my cutoff. So that's my goal, is to just be more disciplined and get that cutoff at 6 o'clock. So that means I might have to start preparing stuff ahead of time. Like that big salad I made, you know what I mean? I can eat that throughout the day or whatever. And I can since it's already prepared, I can take a little bit of that, add some chicken to it or something, to beef it up for like a dinner or something like that. So it's better to like meal prep in a way your food, so you don't have to think too hard about what to eat. Cause when you have to when you cause yourself that kind of stress, uh you end up not making the right choices. You always talk about eating because people ask me about weight. So why are you mad about it? If people are constantly asking me about being fat, how much you weigh, all this kind of stuff, what you eating, that is what the conversation is at this time. You can be mad about it, but that's what people are interested in, and that's what people are asking me. So I don't know why you so upset. You could scroll on. It's not that deep. Okay? People are talking to me about me being fat. People are coming on here talking to me about me being fat and offering numerous suggestions. And so that is the topic. Food. What you eat. What you're not supposed to eat. What you're supposed to do. What you're supposed to exercise or not exercise or whatever. That's the conversation. You a man. That's a man. Yeah. If I was a man, I don't think I'd be here. Is sex more difficult with overweight men? Most of the people that I have dated that I've been with in my life have been skinny. I've only talked to one person that was bigger than me. That's it. I've only talked to one person. No, no, I'm sorry. I take that back. I forgot about old boy, the one that was on dialysis. I'm only talked to two people. One of them was just one day. It lasted one day, and that was it. The other one lasted. It was a 2-week relationship, so I can't really tell you anything about it because it didn't last long enough to do anything. Okay, it didn't last. Look at his hands. Whose hand? What's wrong with my hands? That's how you know it's a man. Cause look at him. I what? Thank you, Marcus. Welcome. Thank you very much. That's a man's hands. I'm telling you, if I was a man, I wouldn't be on live stream. I have no reason to be on live stream as no man. I would be laid up with somebody pretty. I wouldn't be talking to y'all. What's your opinion on the minimum? I, I have no idea. I don't know nothing about them kind of algorithm. Walking helps. Yes, it does help. I agree with you wholeheartedly about walking. I agree. I agree. Any form of exercise helps. Walking is the easiest to do. That's true. And hopefully I can start to be more consistent with that too. You know what I mean? I have a trail where I'm at, and I walked the trail a couple of times, but I haven't been consistent with going to the trail and walking all the time. I just haven't been. But it's not like it's not within my reach to go on the trail. Two hands or one hand? What the hell? What the hell mean? The only thing consistent about this man is his calorie intake. If I was a man, I wouldn't be fat. You know what I mean? Men can eat. Men can eat like a monster and barely gain any weight. You think a man is sitting around here eating kale salad? You think a man sitting around here eating that? Most men, if you gave them this bowl of lettuce, they gonna look at you like, okay, now where's the real food? Cause this ain't it. They're not gonna eat this. Have I ever met a man that was so handsome that I couldn't physically resist him? No. Now I've had three good looking people that I have been with in my life. One of them was drop dead. I mean, just beautiful. The only problem was he was sad all the time. He was sad all the time. He was just a very sad person. And I couldn't deal with the sadness all the time. I couldn't deal with that. So that was over. But I mean, he was beautiful. When I say beautiful, his skin was something I've never seen before. You know, like it was just so smooth, no blemishes, no nothing. And he was dark skinned and he was just chocolate all the way through, not no kind of no type of whatever flaws, colors in his skin or whatever. It was just straight up just dark skin, beautiful. It was so beautiful. I have never seen something so up close, that was just so the way his skin was. It was just, and he was tall. He was about 6'5", 6'6", or something like that. He was very tall, lean looking. He had abs. It's the first time I had been with a man that had abs like that. When I seen that, I said, "Oh my god!" I had never in my life, all the people I have dated, they ain't had no abs. No, not like that. I had never seen that in real life in my entire life of dating anybody. You know what I mean? To see that in real life, it's like, God, who is this man? And he was just so nice and just so a sweet personality, but he just was just overly sad, and it was mainly because he was married to a woman, and they had a lot of ups and downs, and then he came home from work one day and she had taken everything out the house and left him with just a bed. That's it, just a bed. And since that moment, he had been sad ever since that moment. And when I come around, he was nice to me. I think he wanted somebody, you know, to be around, but he really wasn't ready to be with anybody. He was just too sad. And I had to tell him, I said, you are still mourning that relationship and you need to deal with that. You work through that mentally so you can get yourself back together because that's too much to deal with. He was too sad. Too sad. And I felt bad for him, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But he was a very nice for Valentine's Day that year. I talked to him for like maybe three, no, for about 3 or 4 months. And then on Valentine's Day, um, he had me come over, and when I came over, he had flowers and can. Oh, it was just so cute. It was so cute. But a couple of weeks afterwards, I could just tell he's still sad, still overwhelmed. And I just said, man, you gotta go fix yourself. I don't know what to tell you. Very sad. That was a big loss. Big loss, but I had to do the right thing. You want to roast some marshmallows with me? You want to roast some folks with. Mm. Hello, E EIE. I don't know what that is. EIE. Hello, how you doing? Hello, Miss AJ. How you doing? Hello, everybody. Yeah, so I've had my share of nice looking people. You know what I mean? Is it the size of the ocean or the motion? It's the size. It's the size. If you can't handle what you got in front of you, you might as well just exit out the door. I know sometimes people lust after things that they think they want mentally, but can you physically handle what you're looking at? And you gotta be real with yourself. You gotta be real. If you messing around with some big woman, some big plus size, thickum, somebody that got booty for days and all this kind of stuff, you ask yourself, can you physically handle that? And a lot of people will say yes. They will automatically say yes, they can handle it. And then when they get in it, lost. Lost, 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 lost. Just wasting the woman time. Knowing that you ain't got nothing for that. Nothing. Disappointed. And the sad thing is these women be end up trapped in relationships. Because he's a nice guy and all this kind of stuff. So you kind of overlook all the stuff that he ain't got going on. You overlook all this stuff. You know what I mean? But at the same time, men do the same thing. They overlook a whole bunch of stuff too. They date down all the time just to have a sex partner. If I'm a man, I'm not dating down just to have sex with some woman consistently. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. Whoever I'm with, I'm gonna be proud to be with, and that's the end of the sentence right there. I'm gonna be proud to be with that person. I would never, never sacrifice my body to somebody that I ain't really interested in. You know what I mean? Too many men be trying to date down. And with women they not attracted to, don't like, just for the sake of sex. And that's how y'all end up with the baby mama from hell. Because you never liked her. You never liked what she looked like or nothing. You never liked her. That's why it's important to, move with intention. Pick people that you actually want, not because it's convenient, not because it's something easy to get with at that time. Y'all be doing manhood wrong. Just all backwards. How was the party? The party was great. I ain't stumbling no 7 a.m. I came home at 10:30. Party was great. It was a company party. What more could you ask for? I need your handle. What's my handle? I don't have no handle. It's Livia Flair everywhere. And you dated a preacher. Mm. Oh. Oh, that's so sad, Cornelia. Mm-mm-mm. That's so sad. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Sometimes you gotta protect yourself. You said, I don't want no deal with no sick kid like that. You gotta protect yourself. James wants love. Hmm. Can you sign language? No, I cannot sign language. I'm so sorry. Gold digger alert. Where you see a gold digger? Where you see a gold digger at? I I don't know what y'all be talking about gold digger. Men ain't been giving me no money. Not like that. I don't be getting money. Every time I meet some of these people, they ain't got no money. The people I meet ain't never got money. Every man I've ever met, I've only met two. No, one. No, I'm gonna say two. Cause Mr. Chocolate, the one with the nice skin and all that, he had money. He was cool, but that didn't last very long. The other one was an engineer, and he had money. You know, but all the people I have dated, they never had no money. They never had no Mr. Chocolate. Mr. Chocolate, he was chocolate. I got to name them all in my phone. I got a name for everybody in my phone. Where's your money? I mean, I got money. I'm just saying the people I have talked to never have money, so they can't do anything. They can't plan anything. They can't go anywhere. So my dating, as far as going places with dudes and all this kind of stuff, is very limited because everybody I meet don't have nothing. No, ain't got nothing going on. You know how you see on social media, especially on social media, how some of these dudes be planning dates and they plan this and they do all this and they take you on a trip or just a little thing, just doing stuff for you and all that kind of stuff. I have not experienced none of that stuff. Just being honest. Um, now I am chocolate. Hmm. Is money the most? Money is not important, but it's also about effort. Do you put in effort or show that, you know, you could be creative? You know what I mean? You don't have to be rich to date somebody, but showing effort that you care and doing things. to show that you care is what matters. And what I'm saying to you is that I haven't experienced that kind of stuff, that kind of care. I have not experienced that. It's been very rare. I've had, some instances here and there. I've had some instances here and there, but not like, you know, somebody, you know, asking me what can I do for you today, or what can I help you with, or something like that. I haven't had none of that experience. It's all, it's me. Are you the prize, or was we the prize? I know you didn't come back talking about my hair. This is just real talk. It's real life stuff. You know, and it's not about you know me being a bigger person or anything like that. Because there are women who are skinny and they get done the same way. There are women who are big and get treated and spoiled, every day. You see that all the time. So it's not about that. It's just the people I have encountered over the years. Just for me, like one dude, I told him, I said, "You are not interested in me." So and he said, "What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. I'm talking to you. You are talking to me, but you're not interested in me." And you're not, and I can feel it. You're not interested in me. And once you make me feel like you're not interested in me, then what do we have? We have nothing. You know what I mean? Hmm. It's all about effort, you know, pouring into the person that you with, actually liking the person that you are with. And so many people pretend to like the person only for temporary benefits, and that's not right. That's not right at all. That is not right to get into a relationship with somebody that you absolutely hate, or you don't like, or you're not attracted to. And then you spend the whole time, the whole relationship, yearning and desiring other people because you're not with who you want to be with in the first place, which makes absolutely no sense. Always go after what you really want, not what is sitting right next to you. Just because, well, she's halfway decent, and she lets me have sex with her, so I'll keep talking to her until somebody else come along. That's your mindset. And then years go by, you still talking to the same person because she ain't left you yet. Because in her mind, you interested in her because you with her. You with her and she thinking, well, one day it's gonna be my time. One day he's gonna see the value in me and he's gonna, reward me. And in his mind, he thinking you just a temporary until what he really wants come along. And then what I'm saying is, if you a man, don't do that. Go for what you really want. Stop wasting time. Y'all waste your whole lifetime, waste years of your life being in a relationship where you just absolutely just are disgusted by the person. You hate the way they walk, talk, dress. You hate they too fat. You know, somebody was telling me He didn't like the person he was with because, she was fat. He had to manage that. She had other flaws, on her chest. She had some issues going on her chest and all that. And he overlooked all that, for the sake of what he called love. But that's not love. That's not love. That is not love. Not just the way you breathe. So many people just throw their bodies to people they hate. If I'm a man, I'm gonna be very careful about who I give my body, time, energy to. You know what I mean? Because just as much as women are important to bring life into this world, I wouldn't want to create a child with somebody I absolutely don't like. She was just temporary. She was just supposed to be really a one night, and it turned into something that I didn't want. You be standing at the altar knowing that you don't want to be that woman's husband, but y'all been together for a minute. Y'all pay bills together. Y'all been doing life together. And it just seemed like, okay, this is the time. I'm getting older. I might as well marry this woman and go on about my business. I don't see no other prospects coming along. So let me go on and just marry her. And then you sad the whole time. You sad the whole marriage. And then she wondering why you acting up. She wondering why you acting up all the time. Or you don't do the things that, she wants you to do. It's because you're not happy. I can't speak for none of them. I'm just saying this is what I observe. This is what I have seen. I've seen this from different stories, from different people, all over the place. And my own daddy. My thing, people keep calling me a man. So I'm telling you, if I was a man, this is what I would do. And this is what I wouldn't do. That's what I'm saying. I can't speak for no man, but I can speak for myself if I was a man that like everybody keep calling me. If I was a man, there's no way I'll give away my precious body to just any woman just for the sake of sex. There's absolutely no way. No freaking way. I wouldn't do it. Who want to be trapped? Then you stuck paying child support for a woman you don't even like. And if I was a man, I wouldn't be messing up my money like that either. Like that football coach who just threw his whole career away. I wouldn't be doing that either. Because you with somebody you don't care for. That's not what you wanted. Thank you, Irish. Thank you, TV Nelson. Yeah, it is crazy. Because I'm a human. People when they're younger, they have these experiences, in relationships. They have these, picking the wrong person, but what's important is to grow out of that and realize that, who you with matters. Who you dealing with or who you choose is going to affect your life. When you younger, you can afford to make those mistakes. Ah, dating Sarah over here, and I ain't really care for her. I just, trying to catch a body. But as you get older, you mature. You become more mature. You know what I mean? You have to really think about where you putting your energy. Too, because men are great. They like to build things, create. Laugh, joke, have a good time, and all that kind of stuff, and that's great. But you want to share your energy with somebody who you really want to do your best for, that you really want to show up for. You don't want to throw your energy, that kind of energy, away to just anybody. You know what I mean? Somebody you can be your authentic self with, feel good with, joke and laugh and have a good time. You know what I mean? And then you will stay, committed because you actually chose. You know what it's like? Are you single? I am not married. You know what it's like? You know what relationships are like sometimes? When you go to the car dealership and your credit is bad and the salesman tell you, well, according to your credit, you only can pick this, and this car over here in this lot. You know, you only could pick this over here. And some people will go ahead and settle for that. Well, you're right. My credit's not that great. I'll go ahead and take the beat up, used beater upper over there in the corner. That's gonna cost me $700 a month. And at that time, most of the time you're younger, so you don't know no better. You don't know no better. And you go ahead and take that beat up car, and that car you absolutely do not like it, but what you need a car, and so you just drive it. That's what a lot of people do. They go ahead and drive it anyway, and they don't like it, and they don't take care of the car as you should. They don't maintain it like they should. But when you got good credit, your credit is popping. When that credit is popping, you can choose whatever you want. Hell, you can go online, order it customized exactly to your liking. That's how relationships are. When you younger, you may get that beat up car or whatever that salesman trying to give to you. But as you get older, you get more experience under your belt, you start to choose differently. You start to say, you know what? I don't want no used car. I want, something that is to my liking, something that I'm going to love, something that I'm going to really take care of. So it's very important. It's very important, critical almost, when you get older to make those decisions. Mm. Yeah, that's true, Jimmy. That's true. If you had the one you wanted from the beginning, you're going to treat it well. Like the people that buy Toyota, they buy brand new Toyota years and years ago, and that Toyota lasted them most of their life from college. all the way through a couple of jobs, just forever. So long that they were able to give it to their kids. Because they brought what they wanted from the very beginning. They wanted a Toyota and they kept it up and maintained it for years because this is something that they actually wanted. What my theory is a no for me. Why? Thank you, TV Nelson. You get a notification every time I'm on. Hmm. You would get a smart car so you had to drive people around. I mean, do what you got. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Just make better choices. That's all. You know what I mean? Ain't no worse than coming home after a long day work. You know, you've been climbing the light poles as an electrician. You've been climbing the poles, dealing with your crazy ass boss. You 2 seconds from punching your coworker, and then you come home to a person you don't like at all. It makes no sense. And on the flip side of that, for women, it makes no sense to stay in it when you know the person not interested in you. You gotta see the signs. Women gotta see the signs and say, you know what, he's not interested in me, and go on. Because sometimes people are not mature enough to part ways. You know, they just stay in it because they've been in it for a minute. Somebody got to be the adult and pull away and say, you know what, this was some temporary fun, but we can't do life together. We can't do life together. Somebody got to be the adult and say, you know, it's over. But so many people won't do it. They won't do it. You got women on the internet crying about, I've been with him for 10 years. How do I get him to marry me? Ma'am, he's never going to marry you. 10 years? 10 years? That's a long time. That's a long time to be playing house and you ain't got no wedding, no nothing. You know what I mean? So women have to be smart about that too. Not waste your time. You know what I mean? Think. You have to really think. Hmm. You have to really think about what you want out of this life. We're not here very long, guys. We're not here very long. So you got to make, you know, good, solid decisions as far as who you are tangled up with. And I promise, if you choose the right person, you choose someone that you would be willing to do A, B, C, and D for, you're gonna have a happy life. Your eyes ain't gonna wander. You ain't gonna be scrolling on social media trying to look at women pictures and all that. And as a woman, you ain't gonna be sitting out here lusting over a book and never having the real thing in your life. There are women that buy all these books and novels and all this kind of stuff, hoping for a romantic man to sweep them off their feet. And all they got is Bob sitting on the couch, drinking a beer. belly hanging over his jeans. And he ain't thinking about no romance. He thinking about what did you cook? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not qualified to be giving relationship advice. You are right. I am not qualified at all. I don't have no certificate. I don't have no proof of nothing. I ain't got none of that. All I'm telling you is what I would do if I was a man and what I wouldn't do. And as a woman, what I think as far as relationship in my own experience. That's what I know for sure. I don't know about nobody else. I'm telling you about me. And I'm telling you about what I have seen on social media in the news. People write all these confessions online just upset that they married the wrong person. I read this stuff all the time. They just upset. Not the 50 Shades of Grey. I ain't got that. I ain't got that at all. Not no Mr. Gray in my life. I ain't got no books like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See? See, like Mr. Knock no fault knock what is the name? Knock a fool. Not that man right there that said, damn, look at them swingers on her. He probably married. And he's scrolling online looking for something. Because he's not happy. There's no way you could be happy with anybody and be scrolling online looking for other people. You single. Mm. How old are you? People want a divorce, Jay, when either party stops putting in effort. When the effort disappears, so does the relationship. It's the effort. It's the effort. If one person putting in 110% and you barely putting in any effort, that's when it goes all downhill. And it's kind of hard to show up for somebody that you don't like. You know what I mean? It's thank you, Rondell. It's very hard to show up and be present, be attentive, be sweet, be nice when the person you with you really don't like. You got a lot of women on the internet crying about he don't do this for me, he don't do that for me, he's not going to ever. Crying on the internet ain't gonna help. He's never gonna do those things for you because he has to be invested in it. And if he's not invested in it, he ain't gonna do it. That's just bottom line. What? I'm on live stream. What you mean? What am I doing now? I'm on the stream. Hmm. You know, you don't have to wonder. You don't have to wonder at all. If you see no effort, it's already over. You got a wife and she won't do this and that sexually. You know what I mean? She don't want to do that. That's not your person. Y'all be marrying people that is not compatible with you sexually, which is so bizarre. Oh, she's a decent woman. She wouldn't do those things. Then why you marry her? You have a desire that is beyond that, and you marry somebody that don't like none of that. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you marry somebody that don't like to do anything? I don't get it. It's very strange. That kind of relationship don't last long. I seen it online. A whole social media relationship on YouTube, to be exact. She did not like for him to touch her, and she married to him at all. She don't want to be touched. She don't like romance. She don't like none of that, and he married her anyway. And where are they now? Divorced. Divorced. You hear me? Divorced. That kind of stuff can only last for so long. You can't be with somebody that's not. Oh, what's in my bowl? This is kale salad, mackerel, which is fish, kale with apples, and I got boiled egg here, and my little toast there. So I have that. You know what I mean? So why do I keep putting myself in a B man's place? What are you talking about? Put that down and eat it out. There's an apple in my salad. We're having a salad. What's wrong with that? Yeah, y'all doing too much. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much strictness going on here. I think what I have is fine. I'm gonna eat it after I get off of here, and that'll be the end of that. I'm about to get off here in about 15 minutes anyway, and I'm fine with it. Y'all doing too much. It's not a burger. It's not pizza. It's not none of that. It's just a salad. Y'all not gonna do that to me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Ain't nothing wrong with what I got. I do like spring mix and spinach. I do like that too. But I have found that kale holds up better when you want to mix it, when you want it to stay in the refrigerator for a couple days. Kale lasts so much longer. So much longer. Okay? It lasts longer. You can mix it up with all your stuff and it just holds better. And that's why I like it. You know, I never was a kale person, but now I am. Well, you gotta add some stuff to it. You gotta add, once you add all your toppings and stuff, and you massage the kale with lemon juice and stuff like that. It's good. It's good. Even Chick-fil-A has a kale salad that's really good. Um, I forgot what's in it. It's got, I want to say nut. No, I don't think it has nuts in it. It's got something in it. That kale salad from Chick Fil A is good. You know, it holds up well. That's why I like it. I like the idea it doesn't get soggy or nothing like that. It's not all wet looking or nothing like that. So that's what I like. Yeah, try it again. Try kale. Try kale. Try kale. It'll be a game changer for you. Try it out. Everybody should just try it because it's great. I know people used to make fun of people all the time eating kale and stuff. Oh, you health nuts. All y'all do is eat kale. I mean, it's a good ingredient for smoothies, for salads. It just holds up very well. It lasts. It's a better It's a better vegetable to eat. Yeah, I don't want no wet salad. You can't put lettuce in the refrigerator with some tomatoes and onions and all that and expect it to look good the next day. It's gonna look horrible. But kale, it holds up. It looks great. It's still, as a matter of fact, it looks the same way from the first day you fixed it, and you can eat on that whole container for 3 or 4 days, and it's still good. You know what I mean? So it gives you your money worth. It gives you your money worth. Iceberg lettuce and those kind of different lettuce, those stuff only last a day. They only meant for a day or so. Thank you, Haywood. They only meant for a day or so. But kale is a game changer. Okay, it lasts. It lasts. It lasts. It lasts. And so I like it. I'm not new to kale, but I'm new to kale being a consistent, you know, meal for me. If I would have known it does better than lettuce years ago, I would have been eating it a long time ago. But I didn't do my research or nothing years ago. Mhm. Yeah, no more sugary drinks and stuff. I drink tea, and stuff like that. I'm not into all that. Every now and then, hey, every now and then, I may have a sugar-free soda or something like that, but that's not something I consistently have around, just hanging around. I don't buy that stuff. I know people want to think of my kitchen as ho-hos and hot cakes and ding dongs and Doritos and all. I don't eat that stuff. I don't buy that stuff. I know that's hard to believe when you look at a big person. You say, "Oh, I know you eating uh the 5 candy bars and you got pizza crammed down your throat and all that." I don't do all that. I don't even like that stuff. There's a lot of stuff I don't like. Hey, Jaden. Oh shoot. Where else? What dressing you like? Uh, Ken's. I like Ken's brand of dressing, but I like a garlic vinaigrette. I love Caesar dressing, but I've learned to get the Caesar vinaigrette dressing, so I'll do that. Um, if I'm feeling good, I'll make my own dressing with a little bit of that Italian seasoning, olive oil, lemon juice, or something. I'll make my own little dressing. Um, I'm not a ranch eater. For me, ranch dressing is for children. No, I'm an adult. I do adult dressings. I don't do the child dressings. I know some of y'all love to dip ranch and pour ranch all over y'all whole body, but I can't do that. I'm an adult. I eat adult dressing. Ranch is not mature enough for me. I'm sorry. I'm a blue cheese Caesar Catalina connoisseur. Okay. Yeah, you gotta get the habit of the zero sugar. It's not that bad either. It's not bad. Yeah, I don't eat that stuff. Matter of fact, years ago, I tried a Twinkie, and the Twinkies don't taste like they used to. And after that, I said, you know what? I don't want none of this stuff. And I don't eat that stuff. I don't eat that stuff. I don't like it. I'm not a McDonald's connoisseur. You won't see me at the McDonald's drive-through. I don't do none of that stuff. The only places that if I want to treat myself to something, if it's even fast food at all, I can't even eat Panda Express or nothing like that because it's too salty. The salt is too much. Can't eat that at all. Certain stuff I just can't have. But if I have to have something or I want something that is, not considered healthy, I'm gonna go to Portillo's. I love Portillo's. I do love Portillo's. But Portillo's food is so heavy in calories. You gotta shave off a whole day just to eat that. That's how fattening that is. That is not something that you can eat. Eat breakfast and then eat lunch and then go to Portillo's for dinner. You can't do that. That is something that I know from my own sake that you can't. That has to be that one meal that day because it's so heavy. Uh, what did you say? What's for dinner? I mean salad. Oh, your favorite's Italian. You know what? When we was kids, my grandpa and them, for a long time, I didn't think there was any other dressing. I thought it was just Thousand Island. I thought Thousand Island dressing was the only dressing that God had ever invented. I said, my God, this is the only choice we got? Thousand Island. Thousand Island dressing. Thousand Island dressing. And then finally ranch came along and we started using ranch. But then something told me I'm too mature for ranch dressing. You know what I mean? It's too childish. It's too much like a whole bunch of mayonnaise in a bottle. I can't eat that. You know what I mean? I can't eat that. So I graduated from ranch to blue cheese. You know what I mean? That's what I did. Hmm. Just some olive oil, lemon juice. Yeah, and that's good too, Justin. That's good too. I like that too. Despite most people finding you unattractive, I want you to know it'll be okay. Okay. From the bottom of my heart, Gloria, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your encouragement. Yeah, don't eat a Twinkie now or no time soon. It's probably gonna be horrible. I had it years ago. It was trash. They did something different. I don't know what they've done to that stuff, but it's not. It doesn't. No food tastes like it used to anyway. To be honest, a lot of food does not taste like it should be, like it should. So you're gonna be disappointed at your old school favorites. So, you know. And right now I'm kind of scared of to eat a lot of stuff. That's another reason why I'm making so many changes as far as what I'm eating because they talking about lab grown meat. They talking about putting all these extra chemicals in the food. You got bread that doesn't mold. That's why I switched to sourdough bread. Sourdough bread will mold. And so I switched to that. I don't buy loaf bread, the Sara Lee's and um what's the other bread? Nature's Own and all that and Aunt Millie and um I don't buy none of that. I don't buy that stuff. I buy sourdough bread. That's it. That's all I buy is sourdough bread because something is wrong with those breads. They don't mold. They don't mold. I don't want that. I don't want to eat that. You know what I mean? You can't even enjoy Oreo cookies anymore. They taste awful. Horrible. Horrible. They taste awful. A lot of stuff just has a nasty taste to it. I don't know what it is. It's just something ain't right. A lot of this meat I don't trust, so that's why I buy a lot of mackerel. I buy mackerel. If I buy chicken, it's usually frozen, frozen chicken thighs or something. I'll buy that. or something like that. Or if I have a chance, go to a butcher and get it, straight from the meat man yourself, not the stuff that's in the package, because I don't know what is in that package. I don't know what's in there. So I don't eat that stuff. I'm very selective right now. Scared to death. All this stuff giving you cancer. Excuse me. All this stuff making you ill. I don't want to be sick like that. Is this topic about food? Yeah, we be talking about food here. Not all the time. Uh, yeah, the bread's messed up, man. Who you remind me of a young Bill Cosby? Who you talking to? Me? I remind you of Bill Cosby? Oh, so you don't DD. What is DD or UE? What that mean? Like Rihanna. I don't know about all that. You need to go back to sleep and wake back up. Cause Rihanna ain't on this face. Rihanna ain't on this face. I don't know where. Put your glasses on. Put your contacts in your eyes. Yeah, the topic was salad. We was talking about salad. DoorDash. Oh, DoorDash and Uber Eats is over for me. DoorDash and Uber Eats is over. I mean, I never use Uber Eats, but DoorDash definitely. That kind of stuff, that delivery shit is over. I ain't got time for that. They are doing dynamic pricing where they're upcharging all the stuff on the grocery store, because what I used to do is like DoorDash groceries and stuff like that, but now I'm done because they're they're upping the prices on the grocery store stuff. So you go on DoorDash, the item is $2.99. You walk in the store, the item is $1 or $2 or something like this. Crazy. I ain't got time for that. And they're trying to see how much you are willing to pay. How much you are willing to pay for that item. So if you buy it anyway, you are contributing to the price increase. When you complain and say, "Man, I can't believe they selling this roast for $200," and you buy it anyway, you setting all of us back. You setting us all for failure. Because if you buy it at that price, that means that they're gonna keep selling at that price. So the only way to bring prices down is to stop buying the stuff that is high. Period. You see a piece of meat for $200, walk past it. I see on social media a couple of CEOs complaining about Pepsi. Talking about Pepsi. And they changing the prices here and there at different stores and stuff like that. 12 pack of Pepsi, if you go in the store, is like $12.99 or something ridiculous. But what they don't understand, Pepsi, really any soda has no value. It's not going to do anything for me for my life. It's not gonna make my life better. It's not gonna put no more money in my pocket. It's not gonna do any of that. So it can sit on the shelf. I could care less. I'm not paying $12 for no sodas. I ain't doing it. Okay? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And that's what they don't understand. People buy stuff because they want it, not because they need it. So at the end of the day, all that stuff gonna be sitting on the shelf. It's gonna be sitting on the shelf. Cause who buying it? Who the hell buying? To, your life gonna be over if you don't buy this pack of soda. There are more other important things to pour your money into than 12-pack soda. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They ain't got ahead of themselves. They ain't got ahead of themselves. They forgot that people buy stuff because they want it, not because they need it. You don't need it. You don't need any of this stuff. A big bag of Doritos, candy bars, buckets of ice cream. Nobody needs that stuff. You don't need it. Nobody needs it, really. At the end of the day, people buy it because they want it, because they may like the taste of it. That's it. That's the only thing that's holding these companies together is that people like the taste. That's it. And but once you start messing with the taste, you really on a thin line. You cutting corners and cutting ingredients and all this kind of stuff. You testing the people. You need it. No, you don't need it. You don't need it. You absolutely don't need it. Fried chicken should be like we live in a backwards type of world. This kind of stuff, a salad, kale, and stuff, this stuff is expensive. But you can go get a frozen pizza for $2 at the grocery store. But this bag of greens is $4.99. But I can get a pizza for $2, a frozen pizza for $2 or $3. Make it make sense. All I know is healthier food need to be cheaper, and junk food need to be expensive. And that way, you wouldn't have all these people on GLP shots and all this kind of stuff. You wouldn't even have fat people probably because those items would be too expensive to purchase. You know what I mean? You want to cut down obesity and all that in the country, in the world. All of that food, the good food, the healthy food should be brought down. Those prices should be brought all the way down to just basic something. And Doritos, Twinkies, ice cream should be expensive. I mean, they should be really expensive. Because that's not a need, that's a want. Hello, Snowy. How you doing? Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Maybe I should stop eating. Ben, you are right. Stop eating junk. That's it. That's what we talking about. Stop eating junk food. That's Mm, you know what I mean? We talking about not eating bad stuff. That's what we talking about. And having better, positive, fulfilling foods that's not going to make you ill and make you sick. A lot of that stuff make you ill and sick. Salad and croutons. This is salad that I got. Guys, I got salad right here. As soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna eat my salad and do my nighttime routine and go to sleep. And that's it. It's kind of late to be eating anything really, but tomorrow we on a different schedule. Tomorrow I got a lot of stuff to do, and so I already made my salad for the night. So tomorrow it'll be even easier to do my dinner and all that. Mhm. 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 Oh, I already did that with ChatGPT a while ago. It was very helpful. I know what to eat. I know what not to eat. I know now. Yeah, I haven't known. I've known what's good and what's right. What's right and wrong with eating most of my life. I just didn't make those choices. I didn't make those choices. But now I'm having, I'm moving with intention towards, just being healthier. That's it. And that does take time. And it is a learning curve, trying to figure out, what is good for you. Cause what is good for somebody else may not be right for me. I had to make certain choices. Cause for one thing, I'm anemic. I'm anemic. So I have to make certain choices. There's a lot of things I can't really do that I didn't understand before that affected this whole being anemic thing. And anemic, when you're anemic, it's like you basically on life support. When you anemic, you know, you holding on by a string. That's it. So you have to, and the choices that you make with food and stuff, you know, can affect that. So you have to, I'm only human, learning to be better every single day. I'm not perfect. I give myself some grace. I'm not perfect, but I'm learning to be intentional, learning to be better every single day, learning to care more. You know what I mean? What does it mean? I don't know what that means. Uh, Crawl up on you like a squirrel. What does that even mean? Thank you, certified. We was talking about my salad. People for some reason, I don't know what they think I'm eating. You know what I mean? I don't know what they think I'm eating. But this is this kind of stuff I eat nowadays. It hasn't always been this way, but that's what I'm doing, lately. Changing habits, you know. And I'm starting to also lead a different lifestyle as far as caring more about, my environment, buying pretty things, buying pretty things for myself versus eating. Sometimes people consume themselves with food and they don't, and they forget about living. And I have gotten to a point where I had to recognize I wasn't living. I was just existing, you know just going through the motions of a routine and just eating and sitting within your sadness and eating and all that kind of stuff. And I had to recognize that there's life to live. There's life to live. So um I decided to start living. I started to decorate more in my place, do more decoration, actually hang up some paintings and all that kind of stuff. And when I went out to the store to go buy those things, I felt really good. I felt really good, putting all this stuff in the house and all. Would you date a Chinese man? You mean a Asian man? I mean, I'm not.
I'm not going to discriminate against anybody. It's all about, is the person intelligent? Are they good? You know what I mean? Are they a good person? I like intelligent people. I like smart people. I don't want to talk to nobody that don't know nothing. I'm not into that surface level relationship stuff. I ain't into this surface level stuff. Gotta be smart. Gotta know what's going on in the world, you know, and not controlling. You can't control me. I'm not trying to control you, and you shouldn't be trying to control me. And to the people out there that always thinks that their partner is controlling them, if you are feeling like you are being controlled all the time, you have to look at your habits and what you are doing to make it seem like they are uh they are controlling you. What are you doing? What are you not doing? What are you not doing? Sometimes people take charge because you're not putting in the effort. That's it. That's all it is. Your lack of effort causes the other person to be in control. So examine your behavior before you say this person is trying to control me. What are you not doing? 5'6", intelligent. What if well, that's a whole dominatrix submissive relationship, and those rules should be established from the very beginning. If you like to be in that position, that's a whole different ball game. He is ass snatch. What you? Hmm, your girlfriend and your wife. The hell you got going on? You got a side piece? See, we don't condone that here. We don't condone cheating or whatever you got going. We don't condone that here. I know having a side piece and you got a wife. First of all, that's too much work. To all the cheaters out there, you doing more work than your job trying to keep up two relationships. You know what I mean? Trying to keep up two separate things going on. That's more work than your job. That's a headache. Cause you're gonna get caught eventually. That's a whole headache. Wife as a side piece, and I'm serious with my girlfriend. I don't know what kind of I don't know what kind of twilight zone you in. Not trolling. I see what you're saying. Mm, I don't know what kind of love triangle you got going on, but I hope it ends well. Those type of situations where you have all kind of women into your regular relationship and all that, it never end well. It never go well. Somebody always get hurt. Ain't even worth it. The crazy part is people be cheating with people that look like they wife. If I'm gonna cheat, why in the world I'm gonna pick the same person? It makes absolutely no sense. You gonna pick the same person or worse? That don't make no sense. You already not interested in your wife. Then you gonna pick somebody you really don't like looking at, but they can perform a service? I wouldn't be caught dead. Ain't nothing more embarrassing than your wife, your girlfriend catching you cheating and the woman don't look good. Ain't nothing more embarrassing. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing more embarrassing than that. If you gonna cheat, she better be a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. Something worth losing your marriage over, your relationship over.